The sinking of the battleship Gneisenau is a fascinating and little-known chapter in the history of World War II. Built in the 1930s, the Gneisenau was one of the most formidable warships in the German Navy and played a significant role in the early years of the war. However, by 1942, the ship was badly damaged and in need of repairs, and was sent to the French port of Brest for extensive work. In today's video, we will be showing you sinking Hitler's second capital ship, the Battleship Gneisenau. Without further ado, let's begin. It was in Brest that the Gneisenau encountered one of its most formidable foes, the British Royal Air Force. The RAF was determined to destroy the Gneisenau and its sister ship, the Scharnhorst, which were seen as a major threat to Allied shipping in the Atlantic. The first attempt to destroy the Gneisenau was made in March 1942, when a group of RAF bombers attacked the ship in port. Although the attack caused significant damage, the Gneisenau was able to weather the assault and remain afloat. Undeterred, the RAF continued to target the Gneisenau over the following months, launching a series of daring raids on the heavily defended port of Brest. The attacks were highly risky, as the port was protected by a network of anti-aircraft guns and radar stations that made it difficult for the RAF to approach undetected. Despite these challenges, the RAF was determined to sink the Gneisenau and its sister ship. In one particular audacious raid, a group of RAF bombers flew low over the port, dropping their bombs directly onto the ships. The attack caused significant damage, but the Gneisenau was still able to remain afloat. As the RAF continued to mount ever more daring attacks on the Gneisenau, the German Navy realized that the ship was no longer tenable in Brest. In February 1943, the decision was made to move the ship to the port of Kiel in northern Germany, where it could receive the extensive repairs it needed. However, the journey to Kiel proved to be the Gneisenau's undoing. On the night of February 26, 1943, a group of British midget submarines known as X-Craft launched a daring raid on the ship as it made its way through the English Channel. The attack was highly risky, as the X-Craft were small and vulnerable and had to navigate past heavily defended ports and minefields in order to reach the Gneisenau. However, the British Navy was determined to sink the ship, and the X-Craft were their best hopes of doing so. In the early hours of February 27th, the X-Craft launched its attack. Despite encountering a number of technical difficulties, the submarines were able to attach mines to the hull of the Gneisenau and detonate them. The explosion caused significant damage, and the ship began to list dangerously to one side. Realizing that the Gneisenau was doomed, the crew abandoned the ship and scuttled the vessel. The sinking of the Gneisenau was a significant victory for the Allies and was seen as a major blow to German naval power. The sinking of the Gneisenau was not just a military victory, but a major propaganda coup for the British. The sinking was widely reported in the press and was seen as evidence of the continuing success of the Allied war effort. Moreover, the sinking of the Gneisenau was also significant in strategic terms. The ship had been a key component of Germany's naval strategy, and its loss weakened the German Navy at a critical moment in the war. The sinking of the Gneisenau also had a ripple effect on other German naval operations, forcing the German Navy to rethink its tactics and focus more on U-boat warfare. The sinking of the Gneisenau also had wider implications for the war effort as a whole. It was a sign that the Allies were gaining the upper hand in the naval war, and that Germany was increasingly on the defensive. The sinking of the Gneisenau was a boost to Allied morale and gave them renewed hope that they could win the war. The legacy of the Gneisenau can still be felt today. The ship's wreckage is still visible on the seabed and has become a popular destination for divers and enthusiasts of naval history. The ship is also remembered in numerous museums and memorials throughout the world and continues to be studied by naval historians and enthusiasts. The sinking of the Gneisenau was a significant moment in the history of World War II and a testament to the bravery and determination of the men who fought and died in the conflict. The loss of such a formidable warship was a significant blow to Germany's naval power and helped turn the tide of the war in the Allies' favor. The legacy of the Gneisenau continues to be felt today and will be remembered for generations to come. The sinking of the Gneisenau was not without controversy. However, some historians have criticized the decision to sink the ship while it was in port. arguing that it was a violation of international law and could have resulted in civilian casualties. Others have pointed out that the sinking was a strategic necessity and that the risk of civilian casualties was outweighed by the need to neutralize the threat posed by the Gneisenau. There has also been debate about the role of the RAF in the sinking of the Gneisenau. Some historians argue that the attack was carried out primarily by the RAF, while others maintain that the majority of the damage was inflicted by the Royal Navy. Despite these controversies, however, the sinking of the Gneisenau remains an important chapter in the history of World War II and a testament to the bravery and skill of the Allied forces. The sinking of the Gneisenau also had wider implications for the future of naval warfare. The success of the attack demonstrated the power of air power in naval operations and helped pave the way for the development of modern aircraft carriers and other advanced naval technologies. The sinking of the Gneisenau was a turning point in the history of naval warfare and helped to shape the course of military strategy for years to come. In conclusion, the sinking of the Gneisenau was a significant moment in the history of World War II and a testament to the bravery and skill of the Allied forces. The loss of such a formidable warship was a significant blow to Germany's naval power and helped to turn the tide of the war in the Allies' favor. The legacy of the Gneisenau continues to be felt today and serves as a reminder of the sacrifices made by those who fought and died in the conflict. The sinking of the Gneisenau was a significant moment in the history of World War II and a testament to the bravery and skill of the Allied forces. The loss of such a formidable warship was a significant blow to Germany's naval power and helped to turn the tide of the war in the Allies' favor. The legacy of the Gneisenau continues to be felt today and serves as a reminder of the sacrifices made by those who fought and died in the conflict. Today, the wreck of the Gneisenau remains on the seabed of the English Channel, a silent testament to the ferocity and bravery of the men who fought and died in World War II. Although the ship was ultimately defeated, its legacy lives on as a symbol of the power and determination of the German Navy, as well as of the Allied forces that fought to defeat it. So guys, let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section below. For more interesting content, give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video.